It's only fitting that I deserve to be called the ultimate weapon.
I love that fat hamster.
Yes.
No, you are far greater than the ultimate weapon, since you wield your 4 Dark Davids of Destruction. Oh!
I see.
I don't know why, but I'm not liking this.
Not cucking if you aren't actually together.
Oh!
Danganronpa.
Hello everyone and welcome back to 4 Pixels. Coco and Kanetsu are here and we are continuing Danganronpa 2.
Ooh.
Now, enough of the lovers' quarrel. We need to think about this seriously. We don't have the luxury of discussing irrelevant things, like going on for 2 hours about a mask and a serial killer that's not around. The incident this time has many questions.
The incident notwithstanding, I also have many questions. Excuse me?
Wow.
Oh, I hate him too. Let's start with something even Miss Sonia can understand. The weapon! Huh? Well, the weapon is obvious, right? Huh? What the heck, you guys? The weapon! You can totally tell just by looking! You can tell what the weapon is just by looking. It wouldn't be much of a mystery if that were true. The only thing at the crime scene that looked like a weapon was probably...
I really dig the background for this trial. It's like...
Really?
Yeah, it's like a bizarre Alice in Wonderland type feel to it.
Oh, damn.
I guess we should figure out the weapon first. The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime. That pillar, huh? No, the hammer. Killer used that hammer. He beat the crap out of him.
No, I can't accept that the hammer was the murder weapon. Why not? Why can't you accept it? A lot of oil was flowing from Nekomaru's body, just like human blood, right? If the hammer was used to beat Nekomaru, you'd expect some oil to be on it at least.
But that hammer was clean. So that's why you can't accept that it's the murder weapon.
Well, yeah, but the killer might have wiped off the oil later.
And then just left it there, to be found anyway. Why?
Well, obviously. To make the hammer look like it's not the murder weapon.
And why bother cleaning the oil? If they didn't want it to look suspicious, they would have discarded the hammer. You're pretty insightful, baby gangsta. Baby gangsta? Me?
Just so you all know, I was trying to test you guys. I thought maybe you guys mistook the hammer for the weapon or something.
It seems that was a waste of time.
Then what was the real weapon used to murder Nekomaru?
That's the problem. There wasn't anything else at the crime scene that looked like a potential weapon. Then, how about we look at it from a different angle? If it doesn't have oil on it, it's not the weapon. So, whatever has oil on it must be the weapon, right?
The actual weapon has oil on it, but if it's something at the crime scene that had oil on it... The only thing with oil on it is that broken pillar.
And that pillar is the weapon. Coach Nekomaru got clobbered with that pillar. Nobody could withstand a blow from that pillar. Even if you used 100% of your muscle strength, it would be impossible to wield it as a weapon. Why?
We tried to move it, right?
Are you okay?
Yeah.
It's no use. It's barely budging.
Didn't I tell you?
He looks like he's not even trying. He's just pretending to. He knows it's like a pointless effort, so he's like, I'm not even gonna try. Yeah, that pillow was pretty frickin' heavy. But there's one dude who could have lifted that pillar.
And he's dead.
Huh? What are you talking about? Coach Nekomaru's robot body. With that dude's super strength, lifting a pillar would be real easy. So he lifted the pillar, and then what? Did he use it to beat himself? You mean Nekomaru killed himself? Don't be stupid! He ain't the type to commit suicide!
Then even if Nekomaru could have lifted that pillar, it has nothing to do with the case at all.
Well, I guess you're right.
What the heck? But it does bother me a little. That word. Suicide. By the way, the fourth murder of the killing school life was apparently ruled a suicide. Huh? No, that shouldn't matter. There's no way Nekomaru would commit suicide.
けど参ったな。オイルがついてた柱でもねえとなると、他に考えられる凶器なんてねえぞ。
I'm entertaining accident as a possibility. Considering everything that's going on with this building and how weird it is, and the test that oh god, I'm blanking on his name. Idiot dumb guy had
Kazuichi?
yeah, well, you know, the test that he performed. There's something very weird going on with the building, and considering that the tower is at the center of it all, I feel like maybe something happened there that caused the structure to just collapse on its own. But if it's not him, the only person that I'm thinking might be it, and this is on flimsy evidence, so it's like something I hold to like just 5%. I'm thinking Kazuichi. Only because he's the one who's most tech savvy and would probably know best how to disable all the things that were disabled.
There may be a way to use the pillar as a weapon without lifting it.
Huh? For reals?
Yes, for reals.
I see. So my gut was right after all.
See, even the camera zooming in on my gut.
Alright, it's up to you, Sonia. Prove that pillar was a murder weapon.
Understood. Then I shall give it my all. Sonia, here I go!
Her voice got super high-pitched there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love Sonia.
There's no need to lift that pillar. The pillar was not lifted. Beating him with it is beyond a dream. What about tipping the pillar over?
If Nekomaru was crushed by the pillar, then there should have been fragments on top of his body. Huh? Fragments? The pillar fragments were scattered beneath Nekomaru's body, but there weren't any on top of his body.
And well, then that gets rid of the accident theory.
If the pillar had been tipped over and crushed him, the fragment should have been on top of his body instead. You know, with all this stuff, there's always like, the glass was underneath the cup, not above it!
Yeah.
The gravel was on top of the bag! It's like, what if, I don't know, what if his body rolled over?
At what point would it have rolled over, though?
I don't know. I'm just...
I briefly considered that too, but it's probably not what happened.
I see. That was entirely my bad.
They didn't tip it over. And how did the killer murder Nekomaru with that pillar?
How much longer are you gonna focus on the pillar? Just let it go already! Because it's broken, and it fell over because of the cheat, that's why.
There's no way I can let it go. I'm positive that Nekomaru was killed by that pillar. Why are you so certain about that? I just have a feeling.
A feeling, huh? That's just your instincts. But we can't say for sure that that instinct is wrong, can we? Huh? There's another way to use that pillar to kill. You guys just haven't noticed it. Is that true?
Then I shall ask you, what way is that?
You guys are the same as usual. You're unable to clear a path to the future with your own power, so you just stand there and falter. What a waste of talent! And you all intend to fight the Future Foundation? You make me laugh. What did you say? Regardless, it's not like I want to die with the rest of you, so I guess I should lend a hand.
Hey Nagito, what the hell happened to you? How come you're not talking like a lunatic anymore? Didn't think I'd ever say it, but I miss that.
I've learned a valuable lesson. Ignorance is by far the greatest shame.
Huh. What do you mean? Who cares? Just tell us how the pillar was used to kill.
Well, first of all, the pillar itself is not enough. But when combined with a specific item, there's a way it could be possible. He really let that game get to his head.
Mm-hmm. A specific item.
Of course, the ultimate weapon. Ultimate weapon? Isn't that the thing you get when you clear the final dead room?
Final dead room.
So, Nagito knows what the ultimate weapon is? Of course I know. But I'm pretty sure everyone else has seen it, you know. We've seen it.
That's right. You've seen it clearly. Because I, the one who has claimed dominion over evil, am the ultimate weapon. I am he who cuts the insolent catalyst, which flows out from the chaos with the sword of victory. It's only fitting that I deserve to be called the ultimate weapon.
I love that fat hamster.
Yes.
神暗黒四天王を意のままに操る田中さんは極上の狂気なんかよりもっとすごいです。
No, you are far greater than the ultimate weapon, since you wield your four Dark Davids of Destruction. Oh!
I see.
I don't know why, but I'm not liking this.
Not cucking if you aren't actually together. Kazuichi.
Oh!
回りくどいのはやめてはっきり言えや。その極上の狂気ってのはなんだ？
Cut the bullshit and say it clearly. What is the ultimate weapon?
それをはっきりさせるためにも、まずドッキリハウスの秘密を解き明かさないとね。
In order to clarify that, we first need to solve the secret of the Funhouse.
は？ドッキリハウスの秘密？
Huh? The secret of the Funhouse.
まだ気づいてくれないの？しっかりしてよ。君たちは希望の象徴なんでしょ？
You still don't realize it? Jeez, get it together. You're supposed to be the symbols of hope, aren't you?
Oh god, he's become worse than Game 1 Byakuya.
Yeah.
あ、ひなたくんはそう言ってた。
Ah, I forgot. Except for Hajime, of course.
ひなたは除いて。
Except for Hajime.
これが終わったら俺から話す。
If we make it out of this, I'll explain it to you guys.
とにかくドッキリハウスのドッキリをしっかりはっきりさせればいいのですね。
Anyway, we must first clarify the secret of the Funhouse, right?
それなら心当たりがあります。ズバリドッキリハウスの構造のことでしょう。
Then I think it must have something to do with the structure of the Funhouse.
ストロベリーハウスから行けるストロベリータワーとマスカットハウスから行ける
Strawberry House leads to Strawberry Tower, and Grape House leads to Grape Tower.
実は全く同じ建物で、そのタワーを中心に2つのハウスが
But in actuality, they are both the same building, and both houses are linked to the central tower.
そんなウルトラシーな構造こそがドッキリハウスの秘密で間違いありません。
It is undeniable that such a sweet building structure is the secret of the Funhouse.
いやはや、その完璧なロジックもさることながら、ソニアさんの美声は本当に癒されますね。
Man, not only does that make perfect sense, but Miss Sonia's beautiful voice is just so soothing.
もちの論です。良きに計らってください。
Oh, show! I shall leave this matter to your discretion. The two houses are connected to the tower in the middle. I thought that at first too, but I ended up finding proof that completely contradicts that.
In True Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
それは違うぞ。あの2つのタワーって本当に全く同じ場所にあったのかな？
Both of those towers, are they really the same place?
どうして今さらそんなことを？お国を滅ぼされた恨みの
What?
Why are you asking that now? Do you harbor a grudge because my kingdom destroyed your homeland?
ひなた、謀反は許さねえぞ。
Hajime, I won't tolerate any sort of rebellion.
だって変だと思わないか？
He doesn't even pay them any mind.
Yeah. I mean, doesn't it seem strange?
俺たちが武道回廊からマスカットタワーに入った時、2台の死体はイチゴ回廊の扉の前にあったのに。
When we went to Grape Tower from Grape Hall, Nekomaru's body was in front of the door to Strawberry Hall.
後でイチゴ回廊側からストロベリータワーに入った時、死体は 武道回廊の扉の前に移動してたよな。
But when we went to Strawberry Tower from Strawberry Hall, his body was in front of the door to Grape Hall.
そんなの床が180度回転するとかそういう仕掛けがあっただけだろ。
It's probably some kind of trick, like the floor rotating 180 degrees or something.
それならほら同じ場所ってことでも通じるだろ。
If it is, then see? That means it could have passed at the exact same place, right?
数字だからどうしたの？そんな簡単な答えが正解だって本気で思ってる？
If so, then what? Do you seriously think such a simple answer is the correct answer?
違うってことか。
Does that mean he's wrong?
ほっと余計な口出しし
Oops,
ちゃっ
I guess I've said too much.
床が回転したわけじゃないならなおさらだ。もう一度建物の構造自体から考え直す必要
If
が
the floor didn't rotate, then that means we need to think about the structure of the building again.
鍛えろではこの推理ならどうでしょう。誰かが二代さんの死体を移動
Then how about this? Somebody move Nekomaru's body!
俺たちがマスカットタワーからストロベリータワーに移動するまでの間にか
While we were moving from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower?
でも俺たちはみんな揃って移動したはずだ。タワーの
But
中
we
に
should have all been together during that time. Even if they tried to move the body inside the tower.
ではモノクマさんの仕業です。
Then Monokuma did it! Oh,
私
Sonia.
たちが移動している間にモノクマさんがせっせと中のものを移動させ
While we were moving, Monokuma quickly moved things around.
移動したのは2台の死体だけじゃないんだぞ。倒れた柱も
But Nekomaru's body wasn't the only thing moved. Are you saying the broken pillar was moved too?
重くて運べないなら転がせばいいんですよ。
If it is too heavy to carry, let them roll it.
Sonia, don't do a quasi Marie Antoinette quote, please.
パンがなければスナック菓子を食べればいい。
No! There it is! Just like if there is no bread, let them eat cake. Sonia, no.
Sonia, no.
死体や物を動かすだけならいくらでも方法はあるはずです。柱なんて転がせばいいだけですし、未来さんもパーツで分けて運べばよいのです。モノクマさんの仕業で決まりです。
I decree.
あの短時間で柱や死体を移動させるのはいくらモノクマでも難しいんじゃないか。
日向さんはお忘れのようですね。モノクマさんは意外に力持ちなのです。未来のクマ型ロボットのパーツ、柱や死体など現場のものは全て。
その言葉切らせてもらう。死体や柱、形あるものだけならまだしも床に広がったオイルを持ち運ぶのなんて不可能だ。
Moving the body and pillar is possible, but it would have been impossible to move the oil on the floor. Huh?
あの時移動したのは死体や柱だけじゃなくて2台の死体の周
When
辺
the position of Nekomaru's body and the pillar changed, the oil surrounding his body moved too.
あんな風に床のオイルまできれいに移動させるなんてどう考えたって不可能だろう。
Physically moving all of the oil like that is simply not possible, no matter how you look at it.
だとすると持ち運んだって考えには無理があるかもな。
Then it's impossible to think it was moved.
すみませんでした。私としたことがすっかり暑苦しくなってしまって。
I am terribly sorry. I cannot believe I got so fired up. It's okay,
大丈
Sonia.
夫ですよ。暑苦しいソニアさんも素敵でしたから。
It's alright! A fired up Miss Sonia's awesome to watch!
で、結局どうなったんだ？二つのタワーは同じ建物じゃねえってことか？
So what really happened? Does that mean the two towers aren't the same building?
そうとも言い切れないよね。
We can't be certain of that either.
電子生徒手帳だけをタワーに残す実験が見事に成功しちゃってた以上はね。
Not when the experiment involving the handbook I left on the tower was a complete success.
ああ、ちゃんと手帳は残ったままだったな。だから二つのタワーは同じ建物ってことになったんだ。
Yeah, the e-handbook was still there. That's why we thought the two towers were the same building.
同じ建物でも別の建物でもねえならどういうことだよ。
And if they're not the same building or two different buildings, then what are they?
Hmm.
見当もつかねえな。
No idea, huh?
This mystery ties into the secret of the Funhouse. But we don't have enough clues to solve that mystery. Then the only thing we can do is rely on the one person who has those clues.
なあ、お前だ。
Hey, Nagito.
そうじゃないかと思ったよ。そろそろ僕の出番じゃないか。
I thought it would come to this. I knew my turn was coming up.
いいよ。ドッキリハウスの秘密を解き明かすための大ヒントを教えてあげる。
Fine, I'll tell you guys a big hint that can help you solve the secret of the Funhouse.
ヒントじゃなくて答えを言えっつうの。
Give us the answer, not a friggin' hint!
それだと意味ないんだよ。君たちにはちゃんと学級裁判をやって。
But then it wouldn't mean anything. I need you guys to do this class trial properly.
僕が見極めるためにも必要なことだからさ。
It's also important for me because it will help me determine something.
And with that, we will end this episode right here. Thank you guys for joining us, and see you next time.
Bye!